Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's episode of another nerdy talk show, where the plants are high, the water is low, and we still live in Florida. I really gotta work on these intros. You guys know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm here tonight
well,
with
for you bastards live in Florida.
I'm here tonight with Justin Squared, aka the Concert Cruiser, and Justin Jablonski, as well as Annette Levy. Bright idea. Yeah. And we are here doing what we do best, sitting here and talking to you guys on Discord on an every other night occasion where things are going to go crazy. I just got a notification saying that we're live. Thank you very much.
Me too.
Everything gets me... I mean, yes, I needed to know that I was perfectly live. I mean, yeah, the audio's and the video's choppy, but, you know, it's still what I had to work with, at least then. Okay, so before we begin business tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I just got to let you guys know that this week this will be our last week on YouTube. We are switching mainly to our Twitch account, which I'm going to be linking in the chat room there.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as it comes up. Let me just get it.
Yeah. YouTube is not a safe place anymore. Or hard.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that one there. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was too occupied talking to you guys. I forgot to put the thing about how to join us on air. So yes, if you haven't started following us on the on our Twitch page, please advise you to follow us on Twitch. Next week's stream will be starting to stream on Twitch. You'll have to, and our leftovers posted on YouTube. And by that we mean the stream will be posted on YouTube. You know.
You hear that, folks? The Twitch is is the grown up table, and YouTube is the kiddie table.
Yeah, the leftovers will be eaten by ants.
Don't like the scraps usually get eaten by hyenas?
I mean, probably hyenas first, then ants.
What did you want us to call them, dogs?
Annette, isn't your Osea...
I was trying to be nice.
Annette, isn't your Osea hyena?
Yeah, I'm
like
saying like ants are like they come afterwards. It's like they like pick.
Yes. But that's not my concern right now. My concern is the concert cruiser who has been uptight and silent since we opened up.
My voice is back!
Way to execute that one there.
I feel like you're in the fog. Yay!
Way to execute that one there. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, crap, we're going to the red zone. Gotta put this on the title card mode. Sorry, guys. Okay, so a little bit of some other things going on here. We got a lot to talk tonight. Namely, movies. We got stuff about... What else do we got here?
A lot of films.
We got stuff about films. We got music news. We got news that nobody cares about. We got vehicles from N64. Jablonski, am I reading this right?
What?
N64
Vehicles from
trucks?
N64.
What?
Something about... Oh, I see what it is. Never mind. And, of course, we got a whole bunch of news on video games. Again, ladies and gentlemen, apologize. I'm putting it to the title card until we kind of get our stuff up there. Until we get back to the green. The greenery. The green indeed.
It's the green. It's the green you need.
I thought it wasn't easy being green.
Yes, it is.
Well, it usually is greener on the other side.
Yeah.
The Green New Deal wasn't easy.
So, I'm looking at this thing with the N64 car. I'm assuming they're talking about the Tesla truck thing.
Oh yeah.
How it looks like a model
Tesla
from like a polygon mess from an N64 game. Which I'm just going to say up front, if I had the money, I would totally buy that thing.
Honestly, I would too.
I just learned about that like a couple hours ago, and it's like, wow. And, like the CGI model looks better than the actual truck.
Well, the thing, yeah, it's like, you ever seen that one episode of The Simpsons where Homer designs the car?
No.
Well, he goes to visit his half-brother, and he's rich and owns a car company. He says, Homer, I want you to design a car. He's like, okay. So he does, and he has like, what was the car? It has like a bubble dome, one separate for the kids, one separate for the adults, and it's like this big monstrosity of awesomeness that looks like an expensive mess. And when they finally present it, the crowd's like, oh my god. And his brother asks, Bernie, how much is this going to cost? $100,000! Oh my god, I'm ruined! And then he goes bankrupt and loses his mansion and all of his money.
Oh no!
Yeah. Oh, Herb.
I want to own a warthog.
Bring back Herb.
I want to own a warthog from Halo.
So does Juan. God, I'm waiting for this thing to be
He might get the right idea.
I thought it was a Puma.
A Booma?
A Puma.
A Puma.
I thought you said Pumbaa for a second.
Right now, there are some internet nerds who are going, I understood that reference.
Are you talking, is that a Lion King joke?
It's a red versus blue.
That's what I thought so.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
You said Puma, not Pumbaa. I misheard that.
I get it because Pumbaa's a word. I get it, okay. I never saw red versus blue. I kind of tried to, but I just couldn't get into it.
The first season's at least worth watching, man. It's like Clerks in Space.
Yeah,
it pretty much is like Clerks in Space.
I could
now I gotta watch it because I didn't get it. Like I was like, what's so good about red versus blue? It's like, okay, that makes sense.
I watched the first season and that's all I saw.
And Caboose is my favorite character, hands down.
Yeah, of course, yeah, there's Caboose. Oh, good God, Caboose, we love you. But anyway, to kick things off, Evan, what's first on your list?
Okay, so I'm just going to be doing here, we got to talk about some major stuff here. Like I said, I'm waiting for the thing to go back out of the red and into the green. All right,
what's going in the red?
It's our connection on YouTube. It's got into the red. I'm waiting for some stuff there for maintaining buffering. Hold on a second. I'll be right back in with you in just one moment.
All right.
Okay, people can hear me. Okay, cool. That's gonna cause a bad echo. Now let's just go on here. We have to. Tonight I'll be introducing a new segment that will be so critical that it deserves its own opening sequence. This is Capocalypse Now, ladies and gentlemen. This is, as you know, stuff's going on with YouTube right now. But hold on a second. Let me just. There we go. As you know, we got a huge thing going on with YouTube right now. I had to write. This is going to be me. It's basically going to be documenting all the stuff with the situation between YouTube and the FTC. If you don't know what's going on, you're going to have to look it up. We're going to be here all night if I have to explain it. First of all, I'd like to thank Justin Jablonski for collecting this data that I'm going to be presenting. No one can see. It's all me on Facecam. So with that said, I'm going to be getting through most of the data right now here. So again, thank you, Justin. No one can say you, but I want to thank you again. Okay, that's the thing.
I'm going to add something after you explain.
Yeah, we are going to be adding more stuff. So for those of you who aren't aware of the situation and the story, we advise you to look into researching the problem. Tradtronic released a video covering the issue earlier this week, which will be linked in the chat. Be aware, you're going to be seeing a lot of links in the chat. So let's begin here. So yes, officially, N.T.S has become your weekly doomsday update. So last week, Chad released a video covering on how to get around the YouTube system, which was basically like, how was it? Like no colors. So he made his video monochrome and put like his McDonald's toy unboxing like video in the far corner, and the rest of it was just footage of Fortnite. Unfortunately, it didn't get any good reception. I don't know if it's still online or not, but
I think he actually took it down.
Yeah, because it was people were taking it too seriously, or it got controversy, and he did. However, without going into details, the video was never meant to be taken seriously. He released a video apologizing with a more in-depth explanation of what's been going on. Like I said, the video is linked in the chat room. The video was released Monday, November 18th, and it includes footage from a press conference held by the FTC. I'm going to be... Basically, the conference was held last September, and it's been very much skeptical about what they said. The stuff being said in it was crazy. I'm actually going to be playing you voice clips from it right now. The voice you're about to hear is of the FTC's Bureau The voice you're about to hear is of Andrew Smith, the FTC's Bureau of Consumer Protection. During a conference held last September, I apologize for the sound quality. I will be holding the mic up to my speakers, so you guys are going to be hearing it. He made this remark after describing the whole YouTube platform.
Is the expression about shooting fish in a barrel. And YouTube is the barrel, and the content creators are the fish. And so it's a place where this content is centralized, and essentially it's easy for us to find.
So yes, that caught a lot of attention. This caught a lot of attention.
Yeah.
Very much indeed. You see this guy in the corner
Disturbing.
up here? This is the guy that is speaking right now. Once again, fish in a barrel. Fish in a barrel. Can you guys even comment on that?
I can't even come up with a good pun for this.
No, I got nothing.
Cruiser, you can't defend this one? Oh my god. Oh wait, there's more. There's actually more. I'm gonna play you some more stuff he says here. At one point during the conference, he is actually upfront asked by a guy, "You guys are YouTube creators subject to consequence?" This was his response to it.
This action is changing YouTube's business model. That YouTube cannot bury its head in the sand. YouTube cannot pretend that it's not aware of the content on its platform and hope to escape liability for COPPA. YouTube is going to be explicitly held liable for complying with COPPA where it has actual knowledge of the content. YouTube is going to be required to seek out that actual knowledge through requiring content creators and channel owners to specifically designate whether they are directed to children. And as the chairman noted, not only can we sue Google and YouTube for compliance with COPPA, but also individual channel owners and content creators. And once this order has been fully implemented, we intend to conduct a sweep.
So, there have been a lot of people.
How careful that sweep is in question.
Like I said, I'm just going to be going back to everything, and the big major thing that we're saying here is the main problem is we don't know what's going on. So that's the thing that's going on here. If you want to know, for those of you who want to see the full video of this conference, I'm leaving it in the description. Bear in mind, you're going to be seeing a lot of links in this description, ladies and gentlemen. Up recently, MatPat released a video addressing the matter in such greater detail as well. He explains the origins of different YouTube issues, such as everything stemming from the Elsa Gate to the recent comment issue, and the events that kind of led up to the situation, and much more. I will confess, I have not watched MatPat's videos for a long time. God damn it, I keep forgetting to switch images. Holy shit. This is the thumbnail of the video he recently released, entitled "It's Over." I will confess, I haven't watched his stuff in a while, but I've never seen him really upset over this matter. Like, he did a great job speaking towards all the different video communities, and this was a well-said video. Definitely worth checking out. It kind of gives more of an explanation about what's been going on as of recently. He's been able to cover everything there, what to look out for, how to raise awareness. It's going crazy. There have been responses of this from other video content creators such as Anime America, Video Game Storytime, Ian Corzine, Review Tech USA. Philip DeFranco has been on this heavily. I'm not even a fan of the guy.
I'll bet.
I'm not even a fan of the guy, and he's been all over this. This is like his. More news about this is like candy at a candy store for him at this point. I mean, I don't know which one of you was an avid watcher of Philip DeFranco.
I used to watch Philip DeFranco like every time he put up a video because it was like, yeah, this guy gets the news. But it's like eventually it was too much, and it's like constant news and different dramas going on. It's like, you know what, I'm gonna just like take a break, and that break ended up being for a long time. But yeah, I watched Philip DeFranco a bunch back in the year, and so yeah, I'm not surprised at all that he's covering this.
Yeah, Cruiser, I can imagine, is a big avid follower of this guy.
You know, just because I follow the news doesn't mean I follow every single news person.
I wasn't implying that, but
yes, you did.
I was asking.
I heard your comment at the end there.
I just said I forget it. Never mind. Just don't answer the question. Anyway.
But I am familiar with him. I haven't watched his videos in a while, but I'm trying to think of whose videos I saw on the matter. I think the one that I remember seeing was Review Tech USA's video.
Yeah.
And also Arlo. Arlo was another.
Oh yeah, Arlo did release a response video this week. Oh my god, Arlo.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Mr. Enter also put out some videos. Ian Corzine's recent one, he's talked about how COPPA actually acknowledges the third option. Like, you know how YouTube, they're trying to get people to label their videos as either for kids or not for kids. So COPPA recognizes the more general audience. Like, this is appropriate for all ages, family-friendly content.
And it's called the mixed audience.
Yeah.
Which is what I was going to bring up.
PewDiePie has been more active on this on his Twitter page as well. There's a guy out there named Daryl Eves who actually released a video today. It was an hour-long video, but he basically made this hour-long video presentation to which he did a collab with current YouTuber and his former attorney, Jeremy Johnson, who got a chance to speak with the members of FTC and YouTube. The video, like I said, is an hour long, but it's worth it I
was actually watching that earlier today.
I sat all the way through it, and it was a good video. The guy got some more in-depth details and everything like that, but nothing really much on things like that, just more or less what people are looking for and things like that. And there have been...
The thing that actually kind of... Sorry, go ahead.
What?
Well, just the thing that really kind of surprises me about all of this was the fact that YouTube broke the law.
I don't want to.
Mhm.
Well, I don't want to.
What are you talking about?
I'm not.
Dude?
I said in the beginning I don't want to get too heavy into what's going on, but yes, YouTube broke the law and it was collecting personal information from the comment section, which were being displayed on kids' videos in a way.
Well, no, we'll just this is the same. Yeah, a company who was not only breaking the law but also did so many things for their algorithms for whatever reason. It's like it's all coming at you.
This crazy situation has driven me to drink. Anyway, yes. Matt, sorry, I lost my train of thoughts there. Daryl Evans released a video today where he spoke to his former attorney Jeremy Johnson. He's a current YouTuber. The video, like I said, is an hour long, but we got a real in-depth look at the situation as well as some stuff from both sides. And this isn't the only video that's been featuring like lawyers and attorneys and everything like that. And it's just been crazy, guys. This is crazy. I'm gonna be linking Daryl Eves' video in the chat room. I hope to God YouTube doesn't think I'm spamming this thing, so I apologize. Now, Jablonski...
at least you're not spamming emojis. That was the thing that where people were up in arms with before when
with
Markiplier and all that.
Yeah, but they've restored that. They, like, what's-her-face apologized personally to Mark. He got that updated and everything.
Yeah. Like, I long for that day, like, when that was the biggest problem that YouTube had.
I wish that was. Jablonski sent me an article yesterday. The FTC did respond to most of the questions that were being asked. They said to determine whether your video is child-directed says the subject matter, visual content, the use of animated characters or child-oriented activities, the kind of music or other audio content. That's a new one. The age of models. The presence of child celebrities or celebrities that appeal to children, language or other characters of the site, whether advertising that promotes or appeals to the site to children, competent or reliable empirical evidence there. They did mention here that just because your video has bright colors or animated characters doesn't mean you're automatically covered by COPPA. While many animated shows are directed to kids, the FTC recognizes there can be animated programming that appeals to everyone. Cool. Question. I left this question on their Twitter. I'm not expecting a response, but like here's what they told me. What I'm telling them. I tweeted at them, you're saying that you give that as exception. Question, what about media that's like parody or like critique of children's media?
Yeah.
Is that going to be acceptable?
Oh, yeah. Analysis and reviews. That's a good question to ask. Is that acceptable?
That's what I did. I never got a response. And Jablonski said they were taking it. I guess I might have missed that train or something. I'm not blaming you or anything. Don't get me wrong.
Meh.
Right.
And one of the biggest questions is, what are the possible penalties of violating COPPA? The rule allows civil penalties up to $42,530 per violation, but the FTC considers a number of factors determining the appropriate amount, including a company's financial condition and the impact a penalty could have on to stay in business. While Google and YouTube paid $170 million, other COPPA case settled this year. The operator paid a total civil penalty at the lowest of $35,000. I'm still pissed off about this. I am still pissed off about this. I am legitimately pissed off about this.
Yeah.
What gets you the most?
The fact that just you want the short list or the long? My God.
Yeah.
Give me the Cliff Note version, dude.
I don't want to talk about the history. I have to talk about kind of like the whole situation to get in there. But the fact that they're finding people this much for videos. Like I said, the problem is the biggest. If you want me to give me the main sum of all this, it all goes back to the same thing. We have no idea what's going to happen. We have no goddamn idea what's going to happen.
It's like the YouTube creators aren't responsible for collecting data. It's like we produce the content that people watch, and some of those people happen to be kids, and some of those people, like the kids, we don't know that they're kids because they're watching on their parents' YouTube account.
That fine, my God. I mean, like, really, it's just a stupid video. My God, you could just say you can't put it on YouTube. Try and mislabel it again or something like that. I mean, like when people get copyright strikes, they don't go and get like sued by every single person that owned it. Mm-hmm. Hell, they even were attacking Hasbro recently. I heard for some of the stuff they were releasing. Now, to put it out there with the community. More people are switching to other platforms. Other people are seeing what the outcome is. Then again, in the end, like I said, we have no idea what's going to happen. We only advise everyone to not take this situation lightly. We've actually made a BitChute account, and our videos, like I said, are going to be streaming on Twitch. If you haven't seen us on Twitch, please follow us there. There is also the petition, and that will be available for you to sign. We already got 500,000 signatures plus, and we want to see if we can get this up to 1 million. The FTC is listening to us. They're taking public comments also. I'm going to be leaving that to leave a public comment there. If you do leave a comment,
be kind and be courteous, and don't curse people out, because that won't get people to listen.
Yes, like even I believe it's that that Daryl Eve said on the on his video. If you're gonna leave a comment on them, please tell me that. Just don't give them bad mouth, because they're just gonna separate that in like junk mail or something like that. You got to be civil. You got to be professional. You have got to fight for your right to post on YouTube, and it shouldn't be a crime. It should not be a crime to post on YouTube, guys. The whole point we came here, it was the phrase of YouTube. As I scroll up to the top, okay, I can't see it on my stream page, but as you scroll up the top, there was a logo up there, or at least I think it still is or not. It says YouTube broadcast yourself. When it says that,
I don't think it says that anymore. It used to. It did used to say that, but
that's
it got
what
rid
YouTube
of that
was all about.
slogan.
It's about broadcasting yourself in any way you'd like.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm currently pushing you guys to either sign that petition or leave a comment there. The FTC is listening to us. This is something that a lot of people do, especially in these matters. I believe Jablonski had something he had to add.
No, Annette actually kind of summed up what I was going to bring up, the mixed audience.
Yeah.
Kinds of videos.
Yeah, I kind of cut.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much educational content up on YouTube, and like channels like What's Inside. It's like a father and his son. They're cutting things open just to see what's on the inside, what's in the middle. So it's like, is this a channel that appeals to kids or adults? I forget what their perfect shot or Dude Perfect. That channel. I mean, a lot of kids watch that, but it's not necessarily aimed at kids.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
It really is. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we'll continue this argument next week, seeing what happens. Keep fighting the fight. You got till December 8th, was it?
Right?
The 8th or the 9th. Just make it the 8th.
First week of December.
First week of December. This is our last week to fight. This is our last week to fight on this matter.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, guys. We're almost there.
Take it lying down.
We're almost there. We don't have to live in fear. We can fight back. I will say up front, the FTC did mention they are re-looking at their policies to see what they can be fixed right now, so yeah.
And hopefully YouTube listens, and like they need to do a lot of what do you call it when you pay back after you committed a grievance?
Debt to community.
Yeah.
Or society.
Society.
They need to make right a lot of wrong.
It's worth mentioning here, YouTube did sweep last weekend, and they even said in the video not to trust their bots, which you can tell it's a serious situation when YouTube says you can't trust our bots.
Yeah.
Anyway, this concludes the this week's
Doom and
Kapocalypse.
Gloom section.
Guys, thank you for sticking with me. Cruiser, thanks a lot for sticking with me as well. I know you didn't get to say much. Annette, you've actually been a good active speaker on that one. I'm actually really impressed. Jablonski, again, thank you for keeping up on news on this. Yes. So with that said, let's move on to our first deal of business. We're going to be going on to some other stuff there. They are releasing... Apparently, there is a new vehicle coming out here from... That I'm really impressed.
We already talked about that.
Appealing for... Did we talk about that?
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, you talked about the Tesla's truck.
Yeah, Tesla's
I
truck.
think we talked about that like pre-air.
We talked about it.
No, we did. We were talking about it in the background there. It looks like a friggin' Porygon. Okay,
Yeah.
this week, Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse actually celebrated their 91st birthday in the park. They were having the celebrated stuff there, and I was actually giving away these buttons here.
Is that the one you're wearing right now?
Yes, I'm wearing it right here, actually. As for this one, I'll send it to Cruiser. He needs to smile. You're supposed to catch that. I know what you're getting next when
Beat me up, Scotty.
It turned into a guitar pick somehow.
I know, it's like Cruiser, catch. And it's like, and you like hold it, it's like, oh, dog food, thank you. There's actually some good news in music as well this week. First of all, Cruiser, I think you're gonna speak me this thing that Ozzy Osbourne released another track from his upcoming album. The song is called Straight to Hell, featuring guitarist Slash of Guns N' Roses. I liked it.
Holy moly,
Yeah.
is that true?
I actually need to listen to it now, or I can now, because I finally finished my article. I was working on an article for the Static X Wisconsin Death Trip 20th anniversary show and memorial to their late singer, Wayne Static. So now that, and I'll touch on the article a little bit later, but now that that article is done, I can finally check out what's been going on in with this new Ozzy song.
Yeah. You did hear
Yeah.
Under the Graveyard, though, right?
The one that came out before this one?
Yeah, Under the Graveyard.
Yeah.
Under the Graveyard.
Go ahead.
I thought it was a good song. I thought the album was okay. It's a decent slow song that you'd hear Ozzy singing.
The song definitely feels more reminiscent of his Black Sabbath days, which is good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I can hear God Is Dead in there, honestly.
I gotta give these a listen. I'm a fan of Ozzy.
But what surprised me though was, and actually now that I say that, this shouldn't surprise me now at all, was the comment section.
Really?
Now, and yeah, because some people said they wanted him with Zakk Wylde back. Now, no offense to Zakk Wylde, great guitarist.
Yeah.
But I will say that when he was with Ozzy, it was essentially Oz Label Society.
In a way, yes.
That's what it was. And then suddenly he gets Gus G to be his guitarist on the Scream album.
Which was a good album, may I add.
Yeah, that album is so underrated. I can't believe there are so many people say it's overproduced. I'm like, what the?
Did
are
you
you
not?
smoking?
Yeah, Life Won't Wait. Let me hear you scream. I love you all. Friggin' Let It Die. Let It Die was a cool music video, may I add, too. What other band was what was the band that Gus G was part of?
Firewind.
Firewind, yeah. Not to mention they were posting like on tour videos, right? And Gus G used to have a shrine to Tron in front of his makeup window mirror. It was so funny.
Tron of all things?
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he liked to collect those Tron figures with like the projection faces.
Neat.
Yeah, so, and plus not to mention, it put Ozzy in a different subgenre of metal, which was progressive metal.
Yeah.
Now, Ozzy had no idea what progressive metal was, but that didn't really matter. It was just refreshing hearing him play, but backed by something that wasn't Black Label Society.
Yeah.
And don't get us wrong, Zakk Wylde is a good guitarist. Him and Ozzy have really good chemistry, and they produce some really good songs. But he's no Randy Rhoads.
I still
Rest in
remember. I actually remember Zach was doing this interview where he said, "Okay, wait a minute. Between Ozzy and my dad, who served in war, he goes, this is what I have to live up to." He goes, "You guys suck."
That's our Zach. Besides, he can't play with Ozzy. He's dead. He was killed by robotic scorpions.
Yes, he was. Yeah, and then Geddy Lee came after for his money too.
Oh, that would be awesome. Geddy Lee playing with Ozzy Osbourne. That would be awesome.
Yeah. So I have 3 Ozzy songs I need to write about. Those 2 and the song he did with Post Malone.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Post Malone.
Yeah, I love that song.
What was the name of the
And
song?
There's a Frog on My Bed.
Wait, that's the song?
No, there's a frog on my bed.
We don't just stand there. Put the camera on him. Put the camera on the frog.
No.
Where's Kermit?
I knew it.
I was like,
Guys,
that's
guys,
a very odd name for a
guys.
song.
we finally achieved our dream. I told you this was our main goal of Ants All the Time, and that was to get an interview with Kermit the Frog. This is as close as we're getting, Kermit the Frog. Fun fact, that actually is a goal I've said there. One of our main first goals, we have to find some way to interview Kermit the Frog.
That is an awesome goal.
I met the Canadian Kermit the Frog.
Kermit?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. There's actually a Canadian Kermit. Whenever Kermit has to do appearances in Canada, there actually is an official puppeteer and voice of Kermit the Frog in Canada for them to use.
Wow, that's awesome.
Okay, so the song with Post Malone and Ozzy Osbourne is called "Take What You Want."
Nice.
Yeah, and honestly, and I'm surprised I didn't notice this before, is that they both have similar singing styles. A little bit of the mumble, but also kind of that dreary sound. I'm like, I'm surprised I didn't notice this.
I actually that song, like I've heard Post Malone before, but that song really got me into his music. A few songs I listen to that I like are "Circles" and "Rockstar."
Yeah, that was the only other song of his that I knew of. Some people are calling this genre of music emo rap, which I guess is appropriate. Emo music never really bothered me all that much. Yeah, there's a fan base for everything.
Yeah,
I just call it rap
there's a fan base for soap.
because rap is about whatever struggle you're going through, just whatever is going on with.
I mean, for Christ's sake, if the Shags can still have a fan base all these years later, then I don't see why emo music can't.
So with that said, let's move on with some news. Movie news. We got
What about my article?
Oh, I
dude?
thought you said you were gonna say that later, but yeah, go ahead.
I thought you wanted to finish.
Sure, talk about
Go ahead. Talk about Static X. Try to keep it like
I finally got to go see Static X at the 20th anniversary of their debut album, Wisconsin Death Trip, and if you've been watching the show, you know that I have mentioned that their singer sadly died back in 2014, but they did so much to try to get his presence felt throughout this thing. For example, now I bought their little VIP package here, and you would get this poster that they would sign. And of course, you have the living band member. But what they did that was really ingenious was they actually put a copy of their late singer's signature on there.
Ooh.
So that's number one. Number two was the fact that, again, they had that touring vocalist, Zero, who is starting to look more and more like a caricature of their dead singer. Like still deceased. One thing they just added were these sleeves that look like a skeleton arm. So again, it's like and the plain white mask, the spiked hair. It's literally like Zombie Wayne performing here. And the only time he ever broke character was to honor Wayne. So he tried to be in the moment for as long as he could. And he definitely did that. One thing that I felt extremely bad for the band for was when the tour first started, they had these huge LED screens, smoke machines, and a lighting system, and it looked amazing. I couldn't wait to see all this. And then suddenly it gets down to Florida, and like more than half of it's gone. And I was trying to figure out what happened, and turns out the shipping company lost their gear in Germany.
How?
Dun dun dun.
I don't know how, but the band was furious. I mean, think about this here. You lose something in international shipping, you're down like what, $50? This was an LED screen. This was smoke machines. This was special lights. So, and I actually put it, and if you go to my website, I actually have a comparison video here from their first stop from the early stops on tour to the one that I saw. And luckily they got that all back. But holy shit. I mean, how the hell do you lose something like that?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's not the band's fault. It's like they just had to roll with the punch.
Yeah, the show must go on, and they definitely did that. And I snagged a pic from their bassist, Mr. Tony Campos, and I was also excited to see one of the other bands on the tour, which is a band called Dope. This is a pic from their guitar player, AC Slade, and I found out that and also the pic is actually Candy Corn.
What? Oh yeah,
it's a candy corn pic. Yeah, because he was actually eating candy corn when I was on stage, and he was chucking it into the crowd.
Awesome! I love it when bands give you free stuff.
Yeah.
And I even found out that the singer is originally from Florida. He was from West Palm Beach, moved to Fort Lauderdale, and we used to go to that exact venue. Now I believe he resides in Chicago, but that was really exciting to find out. The two opening bands were Wednesday 13, who some people might know for his work with Morgan Dolls and Joey Jordison, and Raven Black. Now, Raven Black, I can sum up with just one sentence. Raven Black is what happens if you give Harley Quinn a band.
Ooh. They have caught my attention.
Yeah, like without the high pitched voice. If you look at what they're wearing and their stage setup, it does remind you of an insane asylum. And the fact that it is fronted by a woman definitely helps, again, with the whole Harley Quinn aspect. Some songs were better than others, but if you are a fan of Harley Quinn, definitely check it out. It's worth your time.
Not to be confused with
I'm imagining if...
Like, not to be confused with Harlequin Smith. I mean, like, you know...
Oh.
Yeah, Kevin Smith's daughter.
Now I'm thinking of if Tara Strong had a band.
I would love to see that. She'll call it Voices. That's what she'll do. She'll call it Voices.
Isn't that alright?
I don't know.
Jar of Voices. Let's call it Jar of Voices.
I know there's a song by Disturbed called Voices. Great song. And the other band, Wednesday 13, the dude had some very interesting theatrics, just like Raven Black did. He wore this kind of like this bodysuit so that he could actually switch in and out of costumes, with songs. And I'll never forget this. One of the things he wore was a mask, but it was on backwards with his back faced to the crowd. And it was kind of like a little disorienting because you kind of wonder, like, wait, where is he? They also had his musicians in some really killer mix. So that was really good to see. In fact, I even met the singer from Raven Black after the show, and I told them that how much I love the theatrics, and I even said that I think it's time to bring that back to rock. And she responded by hugging. And I told her, whenever I hear rock stars complain about fans being on their phone, my thought is, well, motherfucker, give them a reason to look.
Yeah, except just don't do what Rob Halford did,
Yeah. So, all in all, if you are a fan of Static X, the show is a 9 out of 10. If you're curious about getting their VIP package and experiencing that, that's also a 9 out of 10. In fact, I even got to tell the band, I asked the band, how come their singer used to record in the nude?
People like to exercise in the nude,
I'm not kidding. He actually used to record his songs in the nude, and turns out he just did a lot of stuff in the nude, and that might explain why he married a porn star.
Some people like to exercise in the nude. Some people like to walk around the house without pants on. Some people like their like barbecue sauce on their French fries and not the ketchup. If you want to see the full review of the Static X concert, I have linked it in the chat room. Feel free to check that out on concertcruiser.com.
Yeah, definitely. It was a lot of fun, and now, like I said, now that article's done, I gotta focus on it.
Anyway, moving on to movie news here. We have a possible thing here. I was looking up here at WeGotThisCovered.com. Aladdin 2 is in development at Disney. Will follow Return of Jafar.
I do not trust that site.
I know I don't trust that site. But that brings up the question: would you, if they remade Return of Jafar, would you be disappointed?
Mm.
I haven't seen the newest live action.
The live action Jafar didn't really impress me all that much. I mean, okay, he comes back. Woo.
Maybe it's Return of the Good Jafar. You know, like he comes back as the original actor.
Maybe, I don't know.
But I just saw this. Let's go to something that's actually good.
Yeah.
Joker is close to becoming DC's biggest movie ever.
Wow.
I actually find this kind of funny that Marvel's been like crushing it, and then here comes DC with quite possibly the first $1 billion made R-rated film.
They made $1 billion?
Yeah, it's over $1 billion.
And I had this image of DC going, "Hey Marvel."
And there's also apparently a Joker sequel in the works.
Oh yeah, I could see where they go there. I mean, like I haven't seen the movie. I want to see it. It looks really good.
It's supposed to be on HBO Max.
Nice.
So if you haven't seen it by May, you can see it on there.
And speaking of the actor Joaquin Phoenix, here's actually something interesting I found out. My friend's band, who I'm going to be seeing the day before Thanksgiving, N.T.S. My friend Kelly Shaper actually used to smoke weed with the guy.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it turns out they actually they were involved in the same music scene a while back. And if I'm ever lucky enough to meet Joaquin Phoenix, I have to see if I can jog his memory. I believe my friend Kelly, but I want to see Joaquin going, "Oh yeah, Kelly, I remember that guy."
Yeah.
I still
It's
find it
pretty cool having a
hilarious.
degree of separation.
So I
Fucking it's such contrast. He voiced the main character in Brother Bear. Now he's known as Joker.
Oh my god.
Wait, Joaquin Phoenix was in Brother
Are
Bear?
you serious?
I'm
That
serious.
was him! Holy cow!
Oh my god, Brother Bear. Anyway,
Watch it now on Disney Plus.
one of the things, though, and not to put too fine of a point on things, but one of the things that kind of got me with this movie, and again, that makes me really want to see it, was the fact how much they cared about the story, because the frog is back. Whoa, shit! He's on my mic.
Wait, he's on your mic?
Yeah.
any moment now he's gonna appear in front of your camera and go like, "Ribbit." Oh.
My cat is stalking this thing. But
Capture him and let him out.
Ah!
Hold on, like when I'm finished, they cared about the story. People wanted to put their little own political twist, and they basically said, "Fuck you." And now the guy is on my screen. Okay, I gotta take care of this.
Yeah, you gotta take us. You gotta take us with you. Take us.
No, it inadvertently went political. Like it didn't mean to go political.
But
It just happened as people saw it.
Yeah, it just happened. Things there. I mean, like you look at Thomas the Tank Engine, and people think that can be political. So, Anyway, let's move on with something else here. No Time to Die news. Daniel Craig has confirmed No Time to Die will be his last appearance as James Bond. He said
it was gonna happen.
I'm sorry.
It was gonna happen.
I'm looking at the IGN thing there. He's hanging up to Tio, insisting that someone else needs to have a go. He said it's been as they. Where?
Cruiser had the towel and the frog was.
It's been on. He said on IGN.com here. It says that it's been, as they always say, incredibly hard work, but it's a massive collaboration. One of the most moving things for me about finishing this film is that I've been working with some of the people for 20, 30 years. As you know, he began in Casino Royale, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was Casino Royale was his first one.
With No Time to Die coming out in April 2020, he revealed that he had no desire to return to the franchise for the role behind the camera, as he confirmed that he would not be taking the director's chair on Bond 26. He said, "For God's sake, no. I want to come home, eat something, then go to bed. If you're a director, then that night you're still with the producers, screenwriters on the phone, and then after 2 hours of sleep, you have to go back to the set. No thanks." Which is, personally on that thing, I mean, like, with
Sounds like a grueling schedule.
I mean, with Skyfall being really good, that was the last one I saw. I never got a chance to see Spectre, which I kind of wish I could, because my friend was a producer's assistant on that movie, so I'm not.
It's not a favorite among the fans. I personally like Spectre.
Like I said, every Bond movie is really good. It's just, it's like you see in movies like, oh yeah, another Bond movie, it's gonna do good, It's James Bond.
Though this is completely normal for the Bond franchise because we've gone through a whole bunch of actors for James Bond, and it's
I mean, the guy
just his
regenerates
time.
about as often as Doctor Who.
Well, it's not. He's not so much that he regenerates. He's like, it's the same character.
It's
right.
just-
No, I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of actors who have played Bond. So I'm not saying it in terms of it happens exactly like Doctor Who, but
My favorite's Roger Moore. May you rest in peace.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's same character, different continuity just about each time.
Which is weird because apparently GoldenEye takes place before. Apparently GoldenEye takes place after like Spectre, which doesn't really make much sense because M is alive in GoldenEye, but yeah. Who cares? The whole book series is written by an actual spy, so there you go.
Yeah. And you know what? What is interesting? The same guy actually wrote Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
No kidding, Ian Fleming?
Yeah.
No kidding.
I was really surprised because I read the original book of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and I saw Ian Fleming. I was like, wait, that name sounds familiar. And it's like, what do you know? He wrote the Bond books.
I could see that. I mean, like, you could see Chitty Chitty Bang Bang as saying something like a super spy would have, like a flying car, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm a little bit surprised though with the new one coming out, just because the daughter of the person who wrote the Bond books, she said Bond is not supposed to be a woman. They're making him into one for some reason.
Well, there's one as well as making him black, but like, I'm not against it. I'm not against it. I'll admit it's gonna be kind of adjustable, but who would they say they were gonna get to play Bond? Like Idris Elba?
I can't remember who they got for.
I think it was Idris Elba. And if that's
honestly, Idris Elba would have been a badass choice for Bond.
Yeah, Idris Elba's a good actor. I wouldn't say that, but like if you want to do,
definitely.
If you want to throw a female James Bond there, it's. I'm not against experimenting with it.
I mean, there's female spies.
Let's just hope it's better than Ghostbusters 2016.
Oh yeah, that just wasn't good.
Yeah, I mean, granted,
I like the effects on it. I like the fact that like some of the effects, like you know how they have the black bars on the movie, and like the when you have the streams out, it goes outside, so it makes it look 3D. That was alright.
Yeah, I mean, granted, the film was just average, but the way the cast handled it was not good. In fact, what's the guy's name? Paul Feig?
I don't know.
Is that how you pronounce
it?
it?
Yeah, I think so. Feig.
Yeah, like he's still like blaming men for the flop of his movie.
That's
like, dude, not even women liked it.
I mean, my real confusion was they announced the Ghostbusters were going to be women like 3 years in advance, and like nobody else complained about it until the trailer came out. It was like weird. That was the only thing that got me. But
no one really seemed to care that it was women. What really just mattered was when the trailer dropped. They saw what was going to happen to the franchise. And then we got Dan Aykroyd making Ghostbusters 3, The Apology.
Yeah.
That's called. Anyway,
I'll watch
Ghostbusters 3, The Search for More Money.
Anyway, a movie dropped this week which was Frozen 2. As you know, last week we talked about it briefly and how there were 3 critical screenings saying that it was the best of the franchise. And now since it's come out and people are unanimously praising this movie in the same way, it would seem. I haven't seen it yet, and like I said, I saw the first one. I thought it was a good movie. I didn't really follow too much on the big fame, but I still thought it was a good movie.
I'll wait until the hype dies down.
Huh?
I'll wait until the hype dies down.
Yeah, you get that's.
I'm gonna get sick
the best
of it.
way to do it.
Still, I'm not.
Because we'll keep in mind, like I don't think neither Jablonski or I are doing this to be cynical, but if you remember when The Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out, during its first run, like it was praised as the #1 movie in America, but that fell off like after a week.
Oof.
I don't remember that, but.
Oh, I remember that. I actually preferred Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
heck, even as Peter Parker. And I just remember that happening. It said it was the #1 movie in America. Then, like, no less than a week later, it was no longer on the #1 spot. So, okay, like, Frozen 2 is getting praise, but let's see how long that lasts.
I can imagine.
I'm looking forward to seeing it myself.
It's gonna last until Star Wars comes out, and then probably after Star Wars.
Yep.
And keep in mind, like, if it does good, great. Okay, that just means more for Disney World in Florida. Yeah, just to be clear here. Matter of fact, Evan, remember when you and I waited like over an hour to go on that ride?
Yeah, and it was a good ride.
Yeah. Interesting technology with instead of the animatronics having robotic faces, they just project the face onto the animatronic.
That is interesting.
Yeah, we're probably going to hear about Frozen 2 until next month when Star Wars comes out, and it's just going to be Star Wars.
Indeed, which I'm looking forward to. Mandalorian has been doing good.
I'm going to keep my trap shut. Enjoy.
I have not seen it yet.
It is awesome.
Me neither. I don't have Disney Plus.
Awesome.
I mean, like, if it's legit, again, if it's legitimately that good, then good. That's gonna help Orlando. Do I have much faith for Rise of Skywalker? Not so much.
We'll see what happens. We will see what happens.
Yeah, but didn't J.J. Abrams actually said the movie is not done shooting?
I have no. What are you talking? They released.
Which movie are you talking about?
They released trailers.
Skywalker.
They released trailers. That's usually the indication that a movie has wrapped production. It's like a standard in filmmaking.
But did you notice how it didn't really say much about the story?
Neither have all the other trailers.
Yeah, not all trailers reveal.
Yeah, that's the full point of a trailer is to build the hype. Not all trailers show story. Hell, none of the Star Wars movies have shown story. The first trailer just shows scenes from the movie, and that was it.
Which doesn't make me have a lot of faith.
Well, it's your opinion, man. I'm still excited. Anyway, moving on here to the big stuff we were talking about was gaming news. We got a lot of gaming news this week. Let's start off with the first.
Oh boy, let's go through with the small stuff before we get to the big guns.
I know, that's what I'm playing to. First up, Google dropped its own game station. Stadia launches. It was terrible.
I've heard bad things.
I've heard from barely playable to can't even get a damn game running.
What I actually find it funny is that like maybe like a month ago, I was watching this video from a YouTuber named N.T.S. Love the name. Very creative.
I've heard of him, yeah.
Yeah, and he was talking about how in defense of it, how like, look, it's going to be fine. Here's launch day.
The glitches, the technical problems. Like, the object of Stadia was you could play on different platforms. It was like tablets, TVs. You could switch TVs all over the place. Sorry, chat room. We apologize for not acknowledging you. How you doing, Courtney? Basically, the whole thing was that it? You could like play it on different screens throughout your house or something like that.
I think like different devices. Yeah.
Yes, I would love to play Halo on this.
Yeah.
Now I don't even know if it was phones or not.
Not built for it.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, like, micro consoles didn't take off for a reason. I'm not quite sure. Or at the very least, I'm not sure if the technology is there for something like Stadia just yet.
It depends on what's there. I mean, like, we're not saying all micro consoles failed. I mean, the PlayStation one was pretty good from what I heard.
But from what I understand, though, like that's not, like, PlayStation Now is no longer available.
Yeah, but looking back at it from what I've heard, Scott said it was a decent thing.
Yeah, decent. Scott the Woz, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did good, but it didn't last. And when these things don't last, you now basically have a paperweight.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, other news here.
I don't know if it was mentioned.
Go on.
I don't know if it was mentioned in their little briefing, but rumors are speculating around about the new Assassin's Creed game. We going Vikings, boys!
Ooh.
Okay.
Because it worked for God of War!
Oh my god,
Assassin's Creed. That
that was a franchise I stopped playing. But I will say this: I'm not the best person to ask about it because it was all I knew is that it was a well-popular franchise, and you could actually get this disc for the PS3 that had 3 of the Assassin's Creed games in one. And I was looking for something new to play, so I put it in and didn't really pay much attention to it. It was just for me. It was just one of those games where you pop it on and you turn on a podcast. So I'm not the person to ask on whether or not if the story aspect was any good.
It's been a while since I last played one, but if there is credence to this, I have all the hype because Vikings. But at the same time, I'm waiting. Hopefully, with the event that we're going to be talking about in a bit, we'll get a reveal of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, in other news, Valve fans, finally, you can get what you wanted, sort of. A new Half-Life game has been announced.
Yay.
For the VR.
God. Okay. I don't know what Systems is, but like the gameplay looks really good. It looks like it's gonna be a fun game. Like Half-Life Alyx, was it?
Yeah.
Basically, you're playing as Alex Vance. I think that's her name. I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing this is a prequel to when Gordon comes back.
It's around Half-Life 2, somewhere around there. That's what my understanding is.
And so far, what I've seen with the gameplay, it looks okay. It looks really good. It makes me actually kind of wish I had a VR set. I mean, I like Half-Life. Justin Jablonski likes Half-Life. I don't know if Cruiser has played Half-Life. I don't know if Annette has played Half-Life, but...
Yeah. I haven't played Half-Life. I know nothing about it except the fact that people were waiting and waiting for a third one.
It's worth playing. If you have like a Steam account, totally get it. It is a good game.
One of my favorite lines from the trailer is when he was tossing down the gun and it's like, "This is not loaded." Fires up. Now it's not loaded.
I like that. Like it has everything. Like
Now it's not loaded.
It's got so many games, none of which have been bad. May I add? All of them have been complete hits. It's often regarded as one of the best game franchises on the planet. And yeah, I would totally recommend if you haven't played it. But yeah, the fact that we're getting a new Half-Life game might be a good sign that maybe Half-Life Episode 3 or Half-Life 3 is around the corner. Who knows?
And speaking of 3 before, huh?
Well, with nostalgia being as hot as it is right now, you'd be kind of foolish to not try to cash in on that.
It depends on what you mean by nostalgia. I mean, like, it doesn't have... The thing is, it's not... The more thing about Half-Life was not so much the story, but more or less the gameplay, in a way, for me. In a way. Would you... Because so much that, like, with everything you can do in there, you can interact with, like, everything. Like, if you see a can on the ground on the original game, you can just go up and pick the can up. You can do it. It's basically, like, more of a linear game. My thing with Half-Life was more or less the gameplay aspect, in my opinion. I mean, did you play Half-Life, Cruiser?
Nope.
You've never played any of the Half-Life games?
Nope.
Oh, you gotta play it. It's a good game franchise. Like, I didn't think it was... I thought, okay, it's a first-person shooter. What's new here? And then I played it, I'm like, oh my god.
Yes, getting to play as Gorgeous Freeman.
Oh my god. The G-Man coming back at the end.
Don't you?
G-Man coming back at the end of the trailer. My god, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, after that stuff, we got something of my interest. This weekend, the Tetris 2019 championships were held. Last year,
Tetris championship.
yeah, it's basically these guys have a match playing classic Tetris against each other for being the best Tetris player in the world. And I'm going to give massive props to this year's champion, another one, Joseph Saley, who took the throne for the second year in a row. Joseph Saley was actually able to win the championship last year after defeating Jonas Neubauer, who won the tournament 7 years straight. And with him taking the throne last year and seeing a cool match this year, I think Jonas was kind of eliminated like halfway through, I believe. I don't know if he came back or not, but like he said last year he was. And they were a good sport. He went against this guy named Korian, not to be mistaken with Korean. But yeah, it was a good game. The guy is just crazy. Once again, Joseph Saley. That's Joseph. I'm sorry, JOSEPHSAELEE. He has a YouTube channel where he plays a lot of Tetris. Good stuff. I am a fan of the game. I don't know if these guys are. They probably don't care about what I'm talking.
I am a total fan of Tetris.
Man, I wish you had a Switch. I'd totally introduce you on Tetris 99. Like, the one game I've been wanting to play is Tetris Effect because I heard it's really good.
I think there's like a Facebook version of Tetris that you could play with friends, but...
Oh, Tetris.
All right.
So good. All right, so with that said, we got everything else there. Oh, yeah, that's right. One other thing. This weekend, this Thursday on Thanksgiving. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is the Thanksgiving podcast.
Gobble, gobble.
That's why the title's called Gobble.
Yeah.
We got this year's tradition. I'm not going to be home for Thanksgiving. I'm going to be at work. A place I don't want to go to this week.
But people are with their family.
No. Okay, let me be fair here. Disney does provide cast members with the turkey dinner. We have like a big turkey dinner. Sometimes we have like side stuff, and they're cool about it. They still have to charge us for it, but it's sliced turkey and mashed potatoes and all that stuff, or whatever. But no, when I get back, I'm going to be partaking in my tradition of watching the Mystery Science Theater Turkey Day celebration. Mystery Science Theater will be broadcasting via Twitch and YouTube, displaying some of their best episodes. I will be there as the Mystery Brony Theater YouTube page. The marathon begins from noon to... Well, I didn't really say an ending time. It's going to begin at noon. I'm working until 4:15 that day, so I'm probably going to be on either around like 5:15 or 6 o'clock. I'll be trying to get on as fast as possible. Look out for Mystery Brony Theater's YouTube page. We're going to have a lot of fun. Are you ready for some football? It's a laser.
I thought it was going to be Twitch.
It was a
Packers.
No, it's going to be in the YouTube page mainly I believe. I don't know if it's going to be on Twitch, but it's going to be on YouTube. They said they advertise it on YouTube. Usually it's on YouTube. If it's not, it might be on Twitch. Right. I don't know. I will say up front, last year they did Laser Blast, right? And I got the chance of meeting Eddie Deasem one time with Bruce. We had lunch together, and he didn't even remember that his first film was Laser Blast. And I said, yeah, Mystery Science Theater did an episode on that. He's like, oh yeah, the best version of that movie. Eddie Deasem, voice of Mandark, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so I think that's all we can talk about before Justin explodes like a volcano. Oh yeah, there's this one other thing that happened. I went outside and I found this rock in my shoe. It kind of if you squint your eyes, it kind of looked like Gordon Ramsay's. And I swear to God, the rock told me to piss off. I don't know if that was newsworthy, but I thought it was interesting to just note there. Anyway, moving on here. Jablonski can possibly know that there was a new breakthrough in the new JoJo dub where all the members of Passion finally got their voices. I'm gonna let you judge that for yourself. So, with that said, I don't have my...
Fucker, you're gonna put a piece of shit in your stocking if you don't split it.
I don't have my I'm sorry, I don't have my Fallout hat. I don't have my Fallout hat for you guys to get ready. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. I found it. I found my Fallout helmet.
He's gonna get his Fallout helmet.
Proceed. This one's already broken, so I can just handle it. Proceed!
All right, ladies and gentlemen. The Game Awards for 2019.
Oh god, it's exploding outside!
What?
The bombs are dropping outside!
Oh.
Jablonski's arrangement is going off the top. Oh my god, there are people dying outside. Oh my god.
And this is why you don't mess with me.
Oh my god, Jablonski, why?
Because I love and hate everyone at the same time.
No, don't walk into that.
Because you love Disney Star Wars. That's why.
Don't walk into that, please. No. Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Oh jeez.
You hate to love people or you love to hate them?
I gotta remember
Yes.
to put out like a nuclear war like gunfire background thing there going on.
But anyways,
Gotta get out of this hat.
getting into the seriousness. End of the year, we now have the nominees for the Game Awards for 2019. I'm going through just about each of the nominations.
We got one major question from our general chat asking about what we thought of the fighter game nominations, which I'm probably assuming.
When I get to it, I'm going to be doing these from bottom to top for how they have it on the site.
Alrighty.
So I'm going to be starting off the nominees for VR/AR game: Asgard's Wrath, Blood and Truth, Beat Saber, No Man's Sky, and Trover Saves the Universe.
I haven't played any of those games, so I really can't say anything.
No Man's Sky sounds familiar.
Yeah, Beat Saber I played as a VR game.
No Man's Sky did not do too well.
They fixed it. Let's put it like that.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I heard they did actually fix the game. Cat Icarus.
Personally, I see Beat Saber winning.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I have played Beat Saber, and it is one of the best. Like, it's a rhythm game, and it's like you have swords, and you're cutting through blocks coming at you.
The frog is back!
Kermit just won't leave.
Justin, just put the damn frog on the screen. That's what he wants.
He wants
Okay,
to have his 5 minutes of food.
Best strategy game. This one is a no-brainer for the winner, but Age of Wonders Planetfall, Anno 1800, Fire Emblem Three Houses, Total War Three Kingdoms, Tropico 6, and Wargroove. Fire Emblem is going to win this one hands down. As much as I love Total War, I'm not going to deny that one. Sports/racing game.
Why?
Fucking amphibians.
Right?
I mean,
So anyway,
He was just moving on to sports.
Sports.
People still give a shit about those?
Yeah, people.
Yeah, surprisingly. Though they added,
I give a shit about the Madden games.
Together.
I give a big shit about the Madden games. Every time they release a new one, I want to see who's on the cover and who's going to die.
Madden is not on the list.
Oh, I know. I know. I was saying it in a general sense. You just
you were trying to make a joke and it backfired.
Yeah, I was trying to make a joke of the Madden curse and you just puddled it.
But they combined sports games and racing games this year.
Isn't racing a sport though?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask.
It's like we're gonna combine sports with racing. What do you get? Mario
Crash
Kart.
Team Nitro. You got Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled.
Oh yeah, I heard that went south.
I've been hearing good things about it.
No, I heard it got massive backlash after it started doing microtransactions.
Dirt Rally 2.0.
I don't know what that is.
eFootball Pro Revolution.
I don't care.
F1 2019. And FIFA 20.
I'm gonna guess your guess is Crash Team Racing.
It's either me that one or FIFA.
Let's hope it's microtransaction thing didn't really get it too much away from it, because I know Cat Icarus was one of the first ones to like throw out backlash on that one. And he's the PlayStation guy, so.
Score and music.
Ooh.
Cadence of Hyrule.
Oh, I heard that's a good game.
Death Stranding.
Ooh.
Devil May Cry 5.
It's a music game?
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Death Stranding has some good music in it.
And Evan, he's talking about musical scores and soundtracks.
Oh, I thought you said music-related games.
It's for outstanding music, inclusive of score, original song, and or licensed soundtrack. So, Kingdom Hearts 3 and Sayonara Wild Hearts.
It's going to be a big tie between Kingdom Hearts 3 and Cadence of Hyrule, because I heard the soundtrack of Cadence of Hyrule is good, namely because it also plays a big part in the game, too, so...
gonna say Devil May Cry 5.
God, Cadence of
I
Hyrule.
haven't heard of any of the other games soundtracks or scores, but I love Death Stranding because I've actually seen playthroughs of that, and yeah, I mean mostly I like it for Norman Reedus, but the music's awesome.
Cruiser, have you actually ever heard of the game Cadence of Hyrule?
No.
Basically, it's a game. It's like a combat-based game. It's not just Hyrule. This was actually a prize-award-winning series where the gameplay is you have to play in coordinates with the beat of the music. Every attack, every movement has to go with the beat of the music, and it's all the enemies,
Ooh.
all the enemies, all your character, and all the items go in cadence with the music. It's pretty good. It's inventive.
All right. Next category is role-playing game.
Mhm.
The nominees are Disco Elysium,
I've never played it. Disco's dead.
Final Fantasy XIV,
I don't care.
Kingdom Hearts 3,
Meh. I haven't played it.
Monster Hunter World Iceborne,
Okay.
and The Outer Worlds. I see
Pokemon's
three.
on the list.
No, it's because it released after the cutoff date. It'll probably be showing up next year.
No.
My money is on three of these actually. Final Fantasy XIV, Monster Hunter World, and The Outer Worlds.
Okay.
Because Obsidian can make a better Fallout game than Bethesda. Hands down.
Yeah.
Well, considering their last
Yeah.
game was Fallout 76, I'm pretty sure that you know.
Monster Hunter World, I've been playing it. I like it. It's fun. And Final Fantasy XIV has a lot of good shit in it from what I've been hearing.
Where's Deckard when you need him?
Who's Deckard?
He's a YouTuber in the Brony community.
Oh, okay.
He's an RPG.
Okay. Best performance in a video game. This is for voice acting, motion, and or performance capture. I'm gonna butcher some of these names, by the way. Ashley Birch as Parvati Holcomb from The Outer Worlds. Courtney Hope as Jesse Faden from Control. Laura Bailey as Kat Diaz from Gears 5.
Laura Bailey, wasn't she one of the main character in Fruits Basket?
I don't know, actually.
Laura Bailey. Definitely sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does sound familiar. Mads Mikkelsen as Cliff from Death Stranding. Matthew Perita as Dr. Casper Darling from Control. And Norman Reedus as Sam Bridges from Death Stranding.
It's Norman Reedus.
I'm going to put my money on Norman Reedus.
Yeah, Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus!
I mean, I heard Death Stranding's really kind of a boring game, but...
Yeah. But...
Like, Cat
goddamn it,
Eckers did a
Norman
recent review of it, and he just says he just doesn't get it. People keep saying, no, you have to play it for 1 more hour. He's been playing... I said, I've been playing this game for 10 hours now. Nothing as good is happening. But criticism...
Yep. Laura Bailey was Toru in Fruits Basket. And she was
That's
also
cool.
Lust in Full Metal Alchemist.
I did not know that.
Yeah, she played Lust in both the original and Brotherhood.
Go on.
I've just seen Brotherhood, so yeah.
Go on. Jablonski.
Okay. Hold on. Ongoing game. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. I already know what this one's going to be.
Final Fantasy.
No,
Whatever happened to Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six 1?
It was on. Last time I heard anything about it, it was actually ported on the PlayStation Mini console. And the room rightfully goes silent. Thank you.
But
Not much to say.
being realistic, it's probably going to be Fortnite.
Well, I'll give Fortnite one thing. Their
But-
update was really good.
Yeah, their marketing for basically for a server update was brilliant.
What did
It's
they
gonna be
do?
personally for me. It's gonna be between Fortnite and Final Fantasy 14.
To put it simply, Annette, they destroyed the entire server world. Falling meteor from the sky wipes out everything, and for like 48 hours, all you see when you open Fortnite is a little black dot. After the whole world gets sucked into a black hole. All the little kids between the ages of 5 and 10 were really obscured of what was going on.
Oh.
And Jablonski.
I loved it. That shit was
I didn't say I hated it. I liked it too. Anyway, go on. What's next?
all right. Best narrative. A Plague Tale, Innocence, Control, Death Stranding, Disco Elysium, The Outer Worlds.
I don't really know what to say about that.
I don't know either. I've never played any of these games, but if I were to do a realistic guess, probably Death Stranding is going to get it, if not The Outer Worlds.
It might be The Outer Worlds. Death Stranding's... I don't know. It had a decent narrative. It's just a fetch quest game. Go on, next category.
Yeah, pretty much.
Best multiplayer game. Apex Legends.
Okay.
Borderlands 3.
Of course.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare. This one got screwed over this year.
Of course.
Tetris 99.
Yes.
And Tom Clancy's The Division 2. It's going to be a three-way for me for a tie on that one.
I'm putting my bets on Tetris 99, man.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Borderlands, I would have said Call of Duty would win. It's a neck and neck between Borderlands 3 and Modern Warfare.
Hey, why is Fortnite not on there? Because Tetris 99 is. Ha ha ha! Yeah, if it doesn't win, at least it made it that far. I'm gonna give it that acknowledgement. That's the best thing I can say about this stuff. At least they were able to be nominated, which means they had to most likely get some good credits.
Yeah.
All the games nominated might have been good.
I mean, what else are they
Some of these
nominated?
I've been wanting to play, but...
Yep. By the way, that statement was foreshadowed until he gets to fighting games, ladies and gentlemen.
Best mobile game. The nominees are Call of Duty Mobile.
What?
I have not played that. Grindstone. Sayonara Wild Hearts. Sky, Children of the Light, and what the golf?
Good news. I just downloaded Call of Duty Mobile on my phone. I'm playing it now. My phone has died. Battery just instantly ran out. Oh, hey, I got a new email.
All right. Best independent game. Nominees for that are
Five Nights at Freddy's 1, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, Five Nights at Freddy's 3.
They gotta have one game for the kiddies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Stuff that came out this year.
Baba Is You, Disco Elysium.
Wait, what was the first one?
Baba Is You.
Baba Is You.
Gesundheit.
Disco Elysium, Katana Zero, Outer Wilds, and Untitled Goose Game.
Untitled Goose Game.
It has to be Untitled Goose Game.
That thing is such an underdog that it's going to win regardless, be it from the Institute, we'll say, or the fans.
If it doesn't win, I'm expecting a goose to run on the stage and chase them out. Just pulling it off with its
It'd be
beak.
funny if they got a live. Yeah.
Well,
I am young.
Now this one was this one I'll have to explain a little bit. Games for Impact. For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message.
Oh, God.
No,
Dude, not all
some
games
of
like
these
that. I
actually
mean,
look really damn good.
yeah, I mean, like, look at Journey, friggin', let me see, Journey, what was the other game they made? Flower was a good game, that one game they released about sharing?
Concrete Genie.
I heard that's a good move.
I've heard that's a really good game.
Yeah, I heard I've heard good stuff about Concrete Genie.
Gris. Kind Words. Life is Strange
That
2.
sounds fascinating.
That one I'll have to play because I played the first Life is Strange. I haven't played the second one yet. And Sea of Solitude.
Yeah, I like games that are like that. Like when it's not violence, it's just all over the place. Like you look at games like Journey or like Flower, where you're just a flower. When you're like a flower petal blowing in the wind, or like in Journey, where your mission is just to get to the top of this mountain.
Yeah, Journey was an all-around good game.
The only Journey I know was about a small town girl.
Cruiser, he does music. He does music jokes. Yay, that was another moment from him.
But I highly recommend, if you guys are able to play it, play Celeste. It is a really good game.
Next category.
I second that.
Okay, next category.
Your mom.
Game direction.
Next category.
Fuck you. The nominees for game direction are Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2,
Always a good one.
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, and Outer Wilds.
I'm gonna put my bets on Resident Evil 2.
I'm gonna say Death Stranding.
Well, the thing with Resident Evil 2 is they kind of changed the aspect of the original game with a good direction, basically putting off of Resident Evil 4, especially when they introduced darkness into the picture. Right? So I thought that was a good direction while maintaining the original feel. What would you say, Cruiser? You played the game.
Indeed, actually. But I just don't know enough about the other. Like, I will admit my decision is biased here, just because I am a Resident Evil fan. So how the rest of it would go, when in comparison, I have no clue.
I'm just gonna say that because like it went more of in a new direction rather than maintaining the old like forced perspective.
All right. But yeah, I really. Like I said, I'm just gonna go with Death Stranding.
Why?
Okay. Fresh indie game.
Ooh.
Presented by Subway. Wink, nudge, wink, nudge, nudge. Who's promoting Game Awards? Who's promoting Game Awards? Recognizing a new independent studio that has released its first game in 2019. Zaum for Disco Elysium. Nomada Studio for Gris. Dead Toast Entertainment for My Friend Pedro. Mobius Digital for Outer Wilds. Mega Crit for Slay the Spire. And House for Untitled Goose Game.
All together, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Untitled Goose Game. Moving on. Moving on. Just move on. Just move on.
It's either be that or Slay the Spire.
Bonsky, no, move on.
Okay, now we're getting to it. Best fighting game.
Yep.
Dead or Alive 6.
Uh-huh.
Mortal Kombat 11.
Always a good game.
Samurai Showdown.
Uh-huh.
Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Always, there's your winner.
Yeah.
And Jump Force.
Why?
That is what I want to know, too.
To be honest, if I can be perfectly honest, though, I really don't think it should be Smash Brothers.
There's like no competition. I mean, like I'm gonna give you other people the benefit of the doubt. If it does lose, I'm not gonna freak out or anything. But Smash Brothers, considering how much
guys, all it is just video game characters fighting. That's all it is.
It's technically still a fighting game.
Yeah, it is still a fighting game either way, man.
That's all there is to it, though.
Yeah, but
and
yeah, I mean,
at least
like,
what's their story like?
What, Smash Brothers?
Yeah.
Well, in the new game, what was the new game with World of Light?
Yeah, it's the World of Light storyline.
What about the subspace emissary? The whole point of Smash Brothers is you're playing as a kid who's playing with his toys most of the time, and it's just your imagination. The way I like to picture Smash Brothers with this is like Firefest, the ultimate gaming party that just celebrates being a video game character in a way.
Wait, Firefest? Wasn't that a concert that didn't happen?
Yes, except in this one it's a fighting game, and it worked.
And keep in mind, I'm not even saying it should be a Mortal Kombat 11. In fact, screw that game.
Though, my friend Donnell actually came up with a good replacement for Jump Force.
Anything.
Power Rangers fighting game. Battle for the Grid.
The recent one?
Yes.
Yes.
The one that didn't do too well.
Dude is doing amazing now.
Yeah, I heard it's been doing really good from what I've heard. I will say up front, I mean, anything would have been better than Jump Force. Oh, Jump Force, you were supposed to be the champion. You were supposed to be the chosen one, but nope, you ended up being shit! Go on.
Okay. We all agree that Smash Bros. Is
It's going to be Smash Brothers, most likely.
Yeah. Best family game.
Smash Brothers new character announcement. I'm assuming is going to be made somewhere in this award.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna probably be made somewhere in the Game Awards. I'm not
Gino.
doubting that a second.
Come on, Gino.
Family game. Luigi's Mansion 3.
Good game.
Ring Fit Adventure.
That's also a good game from what I've heard.
I've heard good things about it. Super Mario Maker 2.
Also a fun game.
Smash Bros.
I'm seeing a weird pattern here.
And Yoshi's Crafted World.
Of course. In other words, Nintendo's going to win this.
Nintendo's got the category lock and loaded.
You might as well just make it best Nintendo game. I mean, like, given the benefit, then again, to be fair, Nintendo is a family-oriented company, so I'm not going to make any arguments on that.
Okay, I'm going to skip this one for esports team. Because I don't know anyone else other than Juan that knows esports.
Pong!
So we're going to skip best esports team, best esports player.
The L piece in Tetris 99. He was the best esports player. You can fight me with that one.
Esports host, I'm skipping. Esports game of the year, though, I am not going to skip.
Oh my god.
Esports game of the year. Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
I don't care.
Dota 2.
I don't care.
Fortnite.
I don't care even further.
League of Legends. Overwatch. It's going to be between Fortnite and Overwatch.
Oh my god.
Probably.
Esports event. 2019 Overwatch League Grand Finals. EVO 2019 Fortnite World Cup. IEM Kato Weiss 2019 League of Legends Cup. World Championships and the International 2019. I'm just going to say EVO.
Evo.
Me.
Skipping esports coach. Content creator of the year.
Ooh.
What?
Content creator
For a pro streamer or content creator who has made important and positive impact in the industry in 2019.
Okay, this is a good category. I dig that. Is this a new one?
I think this one's new or it's been recent and I haven't paid attention to it.
All right, they're acknowledging streamers. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, there's a difference between streamers and Let's Players, by the way.
Yeah, figures.
Courage, otherwise known Jack Dunlop, Dr. Lupo, Benjamin Lupo, Ewok, Soleil Wheeler, Graphic, David Martinez, and Shroud. Michael, I'm not even going to try to attempt that last name.
I know none of these.
Yeah, move on to the next category.
I don't know either.
Where? Me.
Community support. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness.
That's an interesting category.
It is. Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
Why the frick is Fortnite in there? My God.
Because they actually do listen to the community.
Fair enough.
Audio design. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Control. Death Stranding. Gears 5. Resident Evil 2. And Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
I'm going to say Gears.
Call of Duty.
I'd play Call of Duty.
I play Call of Duty. Art direction. Presented by Samsung QLED. Because I'm a smug ass, I have to do the presented by. It's just for shits and giggles. For outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Control. Death Stranding. Gris. Sayonara Wild Hearts. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. And Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening.
Well, Link's Awakening's Legend of Zelda had a good style in my opinion. I heard it was a meh game, but like I like the art style personally.
Yeah.
They turned Link into Charlie Brown. Like, listen, blockhead.
Yeah. Action and adventure game. Well, action/adventure. Borderlands 3. Control. Death Stranding. Resident Evil 2. Link's Awakening. And Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
I hate to say it, but I think Death Stranding's going to be that winner.
Action game. This one's going to be a fun one. For action adventure, I'm going to say Borderlands 3. For action game, Apex Legends, Astral Chain, Modern Warfare, Devil May Cry 5, Gears 5, and Metro Exodus.
Gears.
I'm split between Devil May Cry and Modern Warfare.
I'm gonna say it's Devil May Cry most likely.
Either or, I'll be happy. Okay, the last one, the big one. Game of the Year.
What do they got?
Control.
I sense the debate.
Huh? I'm going to start over. Control. Death Stranding. Resident Evil 2. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Smash Brothers. And The Outer Worlds. I'm going to say The Outer Worlds or Death Stranding.
I'm gonna put my bets on Super Smash Brothers.
I'm really impressed that Death Stranding is nominated for so many categories.
Cruiser, what do you think?
Gee, I wonder why. I wonder why.
Cruiser, what do you think?
It doesn't matter. None of this matters.
Well, one of those games you had to play.
Honest, though, my gripe is I think Resident Evil 2
Oh, I
should
just
not
got that
be in the air.
reference.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cruiser, I just got your
saying,
reference. Your Meatwad reference.
Anyway, what'd you say, Jablonski?
Resident Evil 2 honestly should on the nominees for Game of the Year since it's a remake.
And it had a new direction. Resident Evil 2 has a fair component.
I would replace it personally with Borderlands 3 or Devil May Cry.
If it was a re-release of the same game, then I would say you're right. But seeing how this was a complete overhaul, I'd say it at least deserves a spot.
All right. So, Annette, what do you think?
Well, I know some of those names. I'm not a gamer, but like stuff like Death Stranding and Untitled Goose Game is like, yay, I know those things.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's like I don't know any of these things.
It's like when I am
Yeah.
it's like when like what I used to do, like I'm not a political guy, so when I used to vote for people,
Yeah.
I used to say, "Oh, this guy's name
Right.
sounds awesome."
I know those names.
That actually explains a lot about how Evan's politics.
That was during a time. That was during a time when I was kind of dumb. Anyway,
Yeah.
don't make me play the. Don't make me give you the
Yeah.
tuba.
Well, you still are,
Don't
but
make you pull out the
Whatever.
tuba.
tuba.
The overnight, yeah. Yeah, that and overnight and no, not overnight. Fort. Okay, it's overnight and Fort Watch. So, I just pissed off a lot of people, didn't I?
Overnight. Oh, that's a game I want to play.
Crossover.
Fort Watch. You
Yeah.
just watch a sandcastle the entire time. Call it Untitled
It's
Sandcastle game.
I meant to say. You know what I meant to say.
That was. Well, we need to. Okay, by the end of the year, we need to actually do a top 10 best live on camera moments.
What our best ants moments?
And that's got to be one of them.
Yeah. I mean, the best running gag of the year. Black me up on this.
Yeah, that's gonna be number one.
I'm gonna remember to get Juwan to like take different clips off of this stream and just make it like live, so that way we can do like a big countdown
Yeah.
thing.
Oh boy.
Black me up.
Yeah, there's hours and hours. There's like.
There's gotta be one time.
How
One of
many
the things I
streams have
wanted
we
to do
done?
was I was gonna tell Juwan to make all of our Maze and Super Smash Brothers are like me or something like that, and we all boosted up to level 9 and see who would be the winner in a battle royale between all the members of Shaded Sight Studios.
Nice.
We all know it's me. Anyway, so a game.
Yeah, right.
There was a video that was released today. I mean, sometime this week. That was surrounding an old website that I used to visit. And the website was called Gaia Online.
Ooh.
Oh
Gaia,
yes,
you've heard of it.
I've heard of it, but I don't know what. Yeah, I was never people.
So, yeah, I was telling him, like, I need to go back on my Gaia Online account. So, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to take over the entire display capture, by the way, right now. So that way you guys can see me, and I'm going to come over here and open up Gaia Online. I'm probably not going to be able to show you guys my... I think I can. And I'm going to make a bet here. There was a game on there called Zo My God. It was like an
Oh my god.
It was like an MMO.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar.
It was an MMORPG, and my one regret was that I played the game, I never finished it. Last time I heard, it was shut down, and it probably still is. But I'm going to make the bet right now. If it is still shut down, we have to finish it as a guild. Just for shits and giggles.
I don't breathe underwater.
I don't get it. Anyway, let's see if I look here. So I'm going to go on here. Gaia. Oh, it's still my frickin'... Because I used to visit it a lot. Okay, let's see. It's funny, because I think my sister used to have a profile on this, so my avatar might be a woman. Oh, how you doing? How's this girl? Who's this girl? Please go away. Please go away. Please go away.
It won't.
Ah.
It never will.
There you
All right,
go.
let's see. Log in. Okay, these guys on the side are freaking me out, especially the fireman. The fireman... No, that's not the fireman. The fireman here is freaking me out. And needs to go away. So, I have no idea what to expect here. All I remember is the economy was a complete and total wreck. You guys can see my screen share, right?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so, like I said, I have no idea what to expect on here. So, yeah, I think my old password still works. My name is Mibevan on there. So, let me see. Like I said, I think my sister... Yep, my sister... This was my... Oh, I got a daily gift for some reason. Okay, what did I get? Is that my Gaia Gold? Oh, I got 50 platinum. What the fuck is that?
Is it the currency?
I guess they changed the currency.
Yeah, it has to be the currency.
I guess they changed the currency because it was so oversaturated. I saw the video and apparently it was changed because of the overpopulation. There's actually a big thing there. So yeah, my sister used to do that, so that's why my character is like a woman there. And is that Chun-Li? Why is my character with Chun-Li? Okay, let me see what's going on here. Alright, let's see.
Kind of.
Oh my god, is it still active? Is it still active? Please don't tell me it's still active. I really don't want to play this game. Oh my god. Who knows how long these things are going to last because Flash is ending in 2020?
Yeah. I heard about
Please tell me the moment I click this link it's not going to be functioning. I really do not want to play this game again. No. Oh, good. It's done. Oh, wait, what the fuck? Not because it was bad or nothing, just so much because I don't have time to do it.
Right.
It's not loading. Something popped up though. I don't know what that was about. What's this? Click here for more information. If you don't have Flash installed, you can download. Okay, what's going on? I do have Flash enabled. I do have Flash enabled. Whoa.
It's weird.
ZOMG, white screen of death. Ugh. Jablonski, what is happening?
Bleh.
I don't know.
What's happening? You're the gamer in this. You just went
malfunction.
Sorry, I haven't done much IT yet. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Okay, that's right. I forgot. Net, you're the internet expertise here. What is this?
I have no idea with this.
But you're
I don't do Gaia Online or game.
Oh come on, Net, you gotta know there's somehow it gave me an advertisement for all that stuff there. I don't know. Cruiser's not gonna help me. I don't know why, because he doesn't know what's going on. So there you go. I got this. Whoa.
All I know is my keys right
Probably
here.
quit out of it.
Oh yeah, you got a cat.
Yeah,
fine,
exactly.
Frick it. Let's see what else is going on here. Let's go to towns. Let's see what's going on in towns. Remember, you guys used to play this shit?
Move around town.
Wait.
I didn't.
Oh,
I did.
Not secure. I don't know what. I don't know. It should be working. I have Flash enabled. I could have swore I had Flash enabled. Do I have to open Google? Friggin' Google.
Don't know what to tell you, dude.
No, I'm gonna go to town if it's the last thing I do. We're gonna have a. God damn it! I gotta see. Okay. Okay. Fine. What can I do? Can I do anything? Can I customize my avatar? Apparently not. Oh, I guess I can. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to log out of this before YouTube gives me a cease and desist. I gotta get out of this. So, that was a thing that happened there. I apologize, guys. Well, I brought you back, but now you're, like, gone. You're, like, distorted. Okay, there you go.
There you go.
I apologize for that interruption there. I'm going to just stop doing this because it's getting crazy. I just thought that'd be fun. Imagine if it was real, I would have been, like, totally, like, completely nuts on that one there.
Yeah.
So, I've been binge watching. Cruiser, stop falling asleep.
Stop boring me.
You are no longer allowed to fall asleep anymore.
Again, stop boring me.
You bore me.
Be exciting. Be entertaining.
You're entertaining. Wait. Anyway, Disney Plus. I've been actually following up on more of the Disney classic movies this week. I've been watching all the older stuff there before the death of Walt Disney. In which case, I actually, like yesterday, I got through 101 Dalmatians, and a lot, Fox and the Hound, Jungle Book, and a lot of other stuff there. I actually finished. I actually was watching Bambi and Great Mouse Detective today.
Oh, Great Mouse Detective! That was a childhood favorite of mine.
I remember. I remember we were doing a screen, like one of the reviews of an episode of Mystery Brony Theater, and they were in a mousetrap or something, and Cruiser said, I think Megan says the line, I've got it, and then Cruiser just shouts out, we'll set the trap off now!
You were wondering where that reference came from?
Yeah, I knew where it was from, but like when you said it, all of us just paused the video and laughed our asses off for 5 minutes straight. I don't even remember what it wasn't in the other ones. It was like some obscure episode that I think it was that one that I told you we have to do a dry reaction to this. This is just impossible. Oh my god, it was just there. It's like, what do we do? We'll set the trap off now.
Yeah, one of Vincent Price's best work.
Oh yeah, Vincent Price as Ratigan, easily one of the best things in that movie.
Yeah, makes me want to get a pet rat just to name him Ratigan.
Oh my god. You don't look like a rat type of person.
No, you don't.
No, that's Takeshi
Really?
6969.
What?
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 What did you just ask Annette to do, Mr. Cinnamon Toast Crunch there?
I just heard 6s and 9s. What
You
was
said
that?
okay. You said that she looks like a rat person, and I said so is Takeshi 6969.
No, I said she doesn't look like a rat person.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, I guess don't judge a book by its cover.
Ferrets maybe, but not rats.
Ugh.
Yeah, ferret's a little bit too stinky for my.
Oh, who doesn't love a tube sock with a rib cage?
Okay, let me just put it like this way. Ferrets stink. Isn't that technically the owner's fault?
I don't know. I think they have like glands on them. It's like
So clean
yeah,
your
I
goddamn
like
ferret. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy.
That sounded so wrong.
I enjoy like visiting like people.
You enjoy
who
his
have
ferret?
ferrets.
Okay.
No, I like it when other people have ferrets and I can play with them, but I wouldn't want to own a ferret myself.
Okay, Cruiser, it's not really that funny.
Wash your ferret.
I don't know. You can make anything sound like a double entendre.
I know, but, it depends. But I not too long ago, I had this patient at the hospital, and if you ever been to hospitals, some of them, a lot of them actually have the patient's table is on wheels, and it kind of it moves around, and you can adjust it. And I was serving this patient her, and this was how she phrases serving her food. She goes, "Okay, good. Now see if you can get it up and swing it over to me."
Nah.
like I had to stop and go, that sounded so wrong.
Okay, I heard this joke from somebody. There's a guy...
Even hold on, even the patient was having a nutty boy.
Okay, so,
at least she's self-aware.
Okay, so I heard this joke from a guy saying there was a guy who just got out of surgery, and the nurse is in the room checking. He's like, and she's like, "Okay, you're looking good." And the guy says, "Ma'am, are my testicles black?" And she's like, "I'm sorry, what?" No, wait, hold on. There's a get there. There's no racial entendres in this. I'm just listen, hear this out. It's out. He's like, "I'm sorry, what? I can't really see." He's like, "Nurse, are my testicles black?" And she's like, "I don't know, nurse, are my testicles black?" And she says, so she lifts his robe, and she's like, I don't see anything. And then he finally spits out, the anesthesia wears off. He's like, "Oh, that's better. Anyway, are my test results back?"
Yeah, I could see that coming.
I think I did that joke entirely wrong. I apologize.
Yeah.
so I
could
take it
see that
fair.
coming.
So I take it fair is what the kids are calling it these days.
Oh my god.
I never knew if his testicles were really black. I don't.
Are my testicles black? Are my test results
Wait a
back?
minute. Hold on a second. Everybody quiet. Hold on. Yeah, we're still live. Anyway,
Yeah.
Now I showed you guys the static poster. This was also another signed one. This one actually includes the signature of their touring vocalist Zero. But another signature I got recently was the man, the myth, the legend, Bruce Campbell.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Groovy Bruce on Twitter.
That's awesome.
That is literally what Bruce Campbell's oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. My Disney pick of the week is going to be I'm gonna say Great Mouse Detective. Why not? Anyway, Anyway, yeah, that's really cool, man. That is actually his Twitter handle. It's his Twitter handle's name is Groovy Bruce.
And my pick of the week for a show is a new one that I just picked up called Epithet Erase.
Ah, what is that?
Basically, it is about people with powers, and it's weird, but it's funny as hell at the same time.
Epithet Erased.
You know Jello Apocalypse?
I know Jello Apocalypse, yeah.
I think he's either the creator or and I know he does work on it. The first episode is up on their YouTube page.
All right. I like fun animated stuff. Dang, I wonder how a bunch of YouTube animators are dealing with Kappa. I know we
they
talked
should
about
be
it earlier, but
okay.
it's like some. Okay.
Yeah, they said original content would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. What else has been going on? The only thing I really got is stories from the hospital.
Stories from the hospital with Cruiser. Mondays at 8.
Yeah.
I was delivering food to a patient. It was an elderly woman sitting in her room, and her gown was coming off.
Oh my.
Now, I did not want her to get embarrassed, so I went over and told the nurse, and it was this Caribbean black dude, and he goes, "Oh, you saw the lady bob. Was it good?" You're like, "Not at that age." What? You don't get it? Did you hear it? He said.
I don't think I must have missed what you said. The audio didn't come all.
He goes, "Oh, you saw the lady parts? Was it good?"
What's in the box, Evan? What's in the box?
We'll get to what's in the box later.
And I'll also tell people this: if there's any teenagers out there who thinks you get to
Robert,
see,
who's on the chat room? Sup, Robert? Where are you? Did you bring me a present? Sorry, Cruiser, go on.
No, you're not. Yeah, if you're wondering if you get to see women like that, not really.
Yeah.
It's not as sexy as you think. Once in a blue moon it might be, but no. In fact, whenever I have to deliver food to like a nursing mother, you always remain eye contact. Whenever you never take a quick peek down, you always look at the patient straight in the eyes.
Fair enough.
Yeah. No one even told me to do that. That's just how I figured it out. Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of like the whole idea of people thinking like OBGYN must be so sexy. Like it's really not, guys. It's really not. I remember my one of my uncles actually had to do that, and he goes, "It's not good. It is not what you think."
Anyway, yeah, that happens to me all the time. I see like a lot of breastfeeding moms. I remember my first time I didn't even know what breastfeeding was until this. I was at an oyster bake one time with it was me, my sister, my mom, and my grandfather, and there was this one woman. She was probably like most likely in her late 20s. She was breastfeeding her baby, and my mom was. And I'm like, what the hell? And I didn't really say anything. I wasn't like pointing anything out. She was like not even concealing it. And I'm like, and my mom's like, so you saw a girl breastfeed for the first time? I'm like, yep. Congratulations.
Question: how old were you?
Yeah, it became nationally legal, didn't it?
I don't freaking remember, Cruiser. It's like it was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. I think it was like maybe 12 or like 13.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's time for the final five.
Oh, it isn't. Oh, yes, it is. Shit. All right, break it up. It's time for the final five. Well, we like to talk about the. I can't do that Scottish accent. I actually work with a Scottish guy at work. Shout out to Craig Tunbridge. Anyway,
it's not that hard.
Go down there. They're after me Lucky Charms. Okay, I'm doing it. I guess we're going here. Ladies are first, so it's going to be Annette. Your time begins now. Go.
Alright, so I'm still hard at work on my hashtag Team Trees video, and it's been about a month that campaign started, so I'm trying to really get into gear to get it out by next week, hopefully sooner. And yeah, basically winding down the year. I'm thinking seriously about moving my Bright Idea content from YouTube to Blair or another video sharing site due to all the craziness with Kappa and all. So, yeah, more to come. We'll see what happens.
All right, good time. We're gonna be doing there. I guess next up will be Jablonski. I was D's Zduzu says
It's
that
Robert Who.
Robert Who basically said how you were doing. I think you just answered that whole question right there. All right, next up is Jablonski. Go.
I haven't done anything really. I helped out with a couple little things here and there. Went through all my Pokemon cards and Magic cards and whatnot cards. Still not done, but basic organizing is finished. I've been playing Kingdom Hearts and not doing too much outside of that. And also, remember, children, drink your motherfucking drugs.
There it is.
Yeah.
Or otherwise, the killer turkey will come after you and haunt you in your sleep and just stare at you.
Yeah, but it's turkey or goose.
Just to distract you from the goose.
Turkey better than goose. Okay, so cruiser.
Go ahead.
Okay. Please
Go.
say start or something. Anyway, voice is finally back. Evan is sending me the lines for Mystery Brony Theater. Then I'm going to get Hoof Rock recorded, and I'm gonna write some more, and also make my fucking demo. God, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but it took me 3 weeks to get my voice back. Anyway, also, I'm still going to be a community guest at BabsCon.
Oh, that's right. I was about to say you never announced that last week.
Yeah, I am going to be a community guest there. I have been announced. I'm looking forward to it. This is my first time to be one. I'm going to be doing, I haven't announced the panel schedule yet, but I'm hoping to do Hoof Rock for the movie soundtrack. I'm hoping to maybe do an event with Riff Tracks Bonies. And also, I do need some help trying to get there. I do have a GoFundMe. Evan, if you can post that, if you.
I never knew they were doing another GoFundMe.
I only did one, dude.
Oh, it's still going on. How long is that thing going on for?
A month.
Oh, I thought it was till the end of the. Never mind. But yeah, the GoFundMe can be found on your YouTube, right? You made a YouTube video for it.
Yeah, you can find it on my YouTube page. It's my latest video.
Sorry, Cruiser. I thought it ended. I'm so sorry.
Those are GoFundMe, and those are Indiegogos and Kickstarters.
Oh, I didn't know the GoFundMe was everlasting. Okay, my turn, I guess.
Oh, so you get to see my buddy Thoth.
Here we go. Yeah, Thoth was the guy I was talking. I actually was talking to Thoth, and I said, "Cruiser's gonna be there. You should do something with him." I was the guy that pointed him in Cruiser's direction.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome. Anyway, point being, yeah, I mean, Riff Ponies, Cruiser, they do some good stuff there. Higgins found it, and then he got ousted or something like that. But like, you know, Thoth loves Mystery Brony Theater. May I add, he loves it very much. He's actually one of the guys that was actually kind of opening up. He liked the formula we had. Anyway, let's go on with this thing. My turn. Let's go on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got some good news for you. Hold on. All of our videos have been restored to Shaded Sight Studios website. Right now, we are currently making a Shaded Sight Studios account on BitChute. I'm going to be meeting with these guys afterwards to talk about stuff. Mystery Brony Theater, I'm hoping to get started soon, like after Thanksgiving. Like I said, I will be at the Mystery Science Theater Turkey Day celebration in Mystery Brony Theater's YouTube page. And one thing that might be happening, I might be joining a roundtable group. This is not confirmed. That's part of the guys who were following Chris Chan, but that's another story down the road. Anyway, with that said, nothing much else from there, just hoping for the future. Keep praying for us, guys. I hope I can do things. And that's it for tonight. Night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for joining us tonight here. We have a lot going on next week. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much turkey. Don't get killed on Black Friday. Have a good time. I think you know what's coming next week.